For the game, it's Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. The strains of the national anthem of Brazil. It is a true heavyweight clash.
Well, it certainly doesn't feel like a friendly to me, Peter.
The atmosphere, absolutely that of a premium contest.
Yeah, and this crowd are demanding the most from their players, and it looks like they might get what they came for.
We are just getting started. Now it's João Pedro. Oh, Red, nice interception. Mazraoui. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
The fella you're looking at, Peter, Achraf Hakimi. I think one of the better offensive fullbacks anywhere in the world. He's very much the modern fullback. He was a winger, moved a little bit deeper, but he still has that passion to get forward. And we know it's backed up by a great engine, and occasionally an eye for goal.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Some good work on the right flank here. It is early, but the game hasn't yet sparked into life. Oh, that's a key interception. That's a shade optimistic. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And he's managed to get free.
Well, neither team has yet managed to impose any authority, and as a consequence, this game's just drifted.
Plays it in low.
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
Can he get it through? Now it's João Pedro. Now it's Rafinha.
Morocco genuinely seem like a side that's confident with the quality they have out wide. They certainly like their little intricate combinations and link-ups.
Well, that's the impression I'm getting.
Yeah, I think you'll want to make sure you give the opposition a different look with each attack, variation and predictability. You know, that's always key to success.
Mazraoui. It's a promising position. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Looking for a runner. And the pass is intercepted. Long ball upfield. He's played it back.
Just too much pressure. Had to go that way.
Referee's given a throw. And it's Hakimi. Lucas Paqueta does well not to be outdone there. Well, he's not going to get any further than that. Now it's João Pedro. Now it's Rafinha. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Diop. Amrabat. Looking here to chip it through. It's a throw-in. Goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. Just eases him off the ball. Edison. And Neymar. Now it's João Pedro. Amrabat. That is ended up in no man's land. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Hakimi. Hakimi. That'll be a throw-in. Amrabat. He's had a shot! Oh, that is a fair try. And it's half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
So it's simmered along nicely for 45 minutes, but still no goals. It is 0-0 at half-time. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. So neither side has yet broken through. Oh, he's having a pop! And that has fizzed wide.
Oh, he got lots of power behind that, just couldn't quite get it on target.
Hakimi. There's the crossfield ball. Brahim Diaz. And the shot! Well taken goal. How they've waited. Now they have it. Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter. Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive? Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Out towards the flank. And this is Neymar. Lucas Paqueta. Now by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. Oh, they can break here. Your impression so far, Jim?
Brazil are not doing enough to get themselves back in the game. They're not as threatening as their opposition. It's got to change.
Brahim Diaz. Amrabat. Brahim Diaz. And it's Diaz. Played out towards the right wing. Now it's João Pedro.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Pass somewhat off target. Tries to pass it through.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Morocco can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Well, I think he'll undoubtedly add more movement and fluidity in the final third with his passing range.
Now it's João Pedro. He's in a great position here. Lucas Paqueta! Oh, he hit that sweetly.
Well, look at him, furious at himself for missing. Having said that, the manager applauds his effort to find that bottom corner.
Hakimi. And they're on him in a flash. He's in plenty of space here. Unahi. Good ball, good take. Oh, good climb. Oh, good finish. A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. It was wonderfully efficient.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
El Ainawi. Can he latch on to this? He's got away. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And it's Paquetá. It's a good run he's making out on the left.
Brazil really have been second best here, second to every ball, and they can't have any complaints about where they are now. The good thing is they haven't given up, but it's not looking favourable.
Ederson. And it's Neymar. Rafinha. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Unahi. And Aguirre. Hakimi. Lucas Paquetá. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Hakimi. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Played out to the left flank. Now then, the ball's come loose. Time added on 4 minutes. Hakimi. He's shifting through the gears here. And that pass just didn't quite work. Neymar. And we're done. Brazil were a team not short on effort, but ultimately they were found wanting when it mattered. That is simply not how you do it. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. Well, I'm Peter Drury and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. I'm ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this, a capacity crowd here.
Well, at least on the face of it, Peter, there's very little at stake in this.
But, Jim,
well, it still gives ample opportunity for some fringe players to make their case. So I'm inclined towards something that's still high in intensity, in conviction, in tempo even. And that's not a bad thing.
If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. That's been cut out, well played. Really fierce, close defending. Now it's João Pedro. It's a really well-measured ball. João Pedro. Goal kick. No, I stand corrected, it's a corner. And we have our very first corner. They've played it short. Chance for a shot! And that is wildly off target.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, it's hard not to be impressed with Achraf Hakimi, who has proven himself in many of the top leagues at such a young age, Peter. He's tactically very astute, he's versatile anywhere on that right flank, and you see him make overlap after overlap, and he loves to stretch defences.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. That's good play. Savinho looks to the other side.
That's a cracking pass to stretch the opposition.
Quarter of an hour played. And it's made its way to him. Well, they've got it again.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Now there's a fine ball. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. He's on it, can he get away? It's loose now and they want to get it back. Corner number 2 then. Neymar plays it short. Now this could... Rafinha! Deftly away. And now a sudden chance to counter. And it's Mazraoui. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Hakimi. Spread out to the left. Neymar. He's in a great position. He's had a shot! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
Well, it wasn't the best pass, was it? The apologetic look says it all, really. He knows he could have got his team in real trouble then.
Hakimi. Neymar. And Rafinha. Rafinha. Space for him to turn and look. He has found the way through. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Well, I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Oh, Red, nice interception. And it's Diaz. Unrelenting, uncompromising pressure on him. Played in. Neymar. Now it's João Pedro. Now it's Neymar. And there's green grass ahead of him. He is just caressing the ball. And the finish! And the pass is intercepted. Brahim Diaz. That's going wide left.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
This looks promising. Now it's Savinho. Savinho! It's a decent watch, a frantic watch. It is half-time. Brazil got as close can be, right on the whistle, but it was not to be. And we are up to the break.
Brazil certainly have plenty of positives to take from that first half, especially the way they were able to turn it on in the last few minutes. I can see them coming out with more menace, more meaningfulness after the break, as momentum is definitely with them now.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time.
Substituição no time do Brasil. Camisa 7.
So, into the second half.
Camisa 2.
Brazil are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk. He'd be disappointed with that.
Brazil do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
Steaming on chance! A wonderful effort all by himself.
Well, I'm glad he took the opportunity to run with the ball when the chance came about. That's the kind of positive thinking they need right now.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Bruno Guimaraes. And it's Joelinton. Now it's João Pedro. He steps in, and that's the end of that.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
And we're still waiting for a goal to report here. Well, that is one way to stop him. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Oh, well measured. And that's a good ball. Neymar being hunted in packs.
Well, he's a source of potential trouble, so tight marking just has to be done.
Amrabat. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. Gabriel gets a foot in here. João Pedro. Rafinha. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Good ball, good take. Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Brahim Diaz. He's looking wide. Might be, takes a shot! It's in! Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass, and a tricky one at that.
Morocco have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, when the goal gets tough, etc., they can still turn this round, I think.
And here's Rafinha. And it's Joelinton. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Spread it left. Threads one in. Oh, that's fabulous. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, there'll be no accusations of a lack of effort. They're giving as good as they get when it comes to chances.
Into the last quarter of an hour. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Joelinton. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he?
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep back.
Oh, that is asking for trouble. That's a nicely shaped ball. Big chance! And it's in! 2 up now, and they are cruising. truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
Teremos uma substituição.
Morocco are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this off, and for me, it looks like they've just about done it.
Now, this could be a chance. And the shot! And no! He had to, and yet he could not.
Well, it wasn't to be this time, but that should add to his level of confidence, something they can really do with at the moment.
That has been slung wide. He's found a way through. Oh, shooting chance! Just cruising! They are cruising! It's all becoming so easy. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
Morocco find a position of real chance, surely!
Foram indicados
And the
2
keeper
minutos
threw
de
out a
acréscimo.
limb. 2 minutes to be added on. Gets a good foot in there. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Brazil suffer a humiliating... Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting under... João Pedro! Linton. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
The fella you're looking at, Peter, Achraf Hakimi. I think one of the better offensive fullbacks anywhere in the world. He's very much the modern fullback. He was a winger, moved a little bit deeper, but he still has that passion to get forward. And we know it's backed up by a great engine, and occasionally an eye for goal.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Neymar, he is through here. Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Now it's Brahim Diaz. Brahim Diaz proves just a little bit too strong. Neymar. So Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some...
And the shots! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Oh, it's very good running that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Lucas Paqueta. He's looking wide. Amrabat. So we're still where we started right now. Goes for a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Good running, strong and purposeful. Now it's Rafinha. Rafinha. Ah, such a clever touch. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. He's got away. Now it's Brahim Diaz. Oh, that's delightful. Oh, nicely intercepted. Lucas Paqueta. Spread out to the left. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. João Pedro. There's the shot! Goal! Brazil! And we have liftoff! And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. And it's Joelinton. 30 minutes gone. Into the channel. He's in plenty of space here. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Neymar. Oh, sweet feet. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Gets a good foot in there. That's a good ball out wide. Delivered long. Decent chance! And there's a goal! And they're threatening to fly away here. A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
Brazil are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
5 minutes till the break. And it's made its way to him. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Amrabat, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
Look, the only way of becoming more aware, Peter, is by lifting your head and realising who's where around you.
Foot in. Mazraoui. Tries to pass it through. And the finish! He's got a goal! And on the stroke of half-time, a priceless goal. They forced the error, and that signals the end of the first period. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
Brazil are leading, but it is still delicately poised. It's 2-1. The second half is up and running. Pinches it off him. Amrabat did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Here comes the cross. He's had a shot! And no mistake. Morocco are back in business. That was a given. It always was.
Well, from a defensive perspective, Peter, that's a really poor one to give away. Yes, the movement was very good, but the defence made it way too easy.
Well, what a game we have on our hands here.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Neymar couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
Well, I appreciate the fact he's trying to make a difference, and if he carries on like that, he may well do.
Now it's Pedro. Rafinha looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
This is good pressing, they're not short on bodies. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And this is Neymar. Oh, that's superb. Shot a goal! Goal! Brazil! Into the lead once more.
Gol marcado para o Brasil. Aos 18 minutos do segundo tempo pelo jogador.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Well, he's going to inject a nice bit of pace into that front line, Peter, so I can see him making those runs in behind.
Brazil with the lead. Danilo makes the interception. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Unahi. Danilo. Rafinha. Now it's Pedro. And it's Neymar. Can he get on the end of this? So no flag here. Chance for a shot! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. Brazil with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Takes a shot! Now it's Pedro. That's really well manoeuvred. He's looking wide. Unahi. Marquinhos gets a foot in here. Rafinha. Alexandro. Alexandro simply refused to be outdone there. Lucas Paqueta. Now it's Rafinha.
Brazil surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. He's picked his way through. Cuts it. Oh, greatly! Oh, good finish. They've done it again. It is incredible.
Yeah, and it's very much deserved in the circumstances. In these games, it's so tempting to maybe get a little sorry for yourselves, but there's none of that.
He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
It's turning into quite a gem, this.
Well, needless to say, Peter, they're eager to get going, but you have to wonder how much these boys have left in the tank.
Danilo stood up well to him. Shapes to shoot!
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
It's a promising position. Neymar venturing down the left.
Teremos 3 minutos de acréscimo.
Delightful ball. Bruno gets his hands on it and the danger is averted. In with the challenge. Rafinha. No, not quite on the same wavelength. El Ainawi. And that will be it. What a game. A contest of ferocity and marvellous talent from start to finish. João Pedro claiming the Man of the Match award. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. It is a true heavyweight clash.
Well, I wouldn't just look at this being another friendly, Peter.
Is that your own experience?
Yeah, if the opposition played like they meant business, we were obliged to return the favour. I don't think there's much difference here.
We're up and running then. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Oh, he's found support out wide, and he's picked it up out wide. Looking for options for movement. Lucas Paqueta. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
The fella you're looking at, Peter, Achraf Hakimi. I think one of the better offensive fullbacks anywhere in the world. He's very much the modern fullback. He was a winger, moved a little bit deeper, but he still has that passion to get forward. And we know it's backed up by a great engine, and occasionally an eye for goal.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. That's a shade optimistic. Neymar.
Yeah, I've had a quick review of what we've seen so far, and I can confirm we're in a shot-free zone.
Rafinha. Very nicely done. He whips it across. Pulls over the line, and it is a corner. Brazil with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And it's been taken short. And here's Neymar. And now they can spring out of defence. He's found space here. He has found the way through. Nice interception, well timed. Neymar. Threads one in. Lucas Paqueta receives it in a wide position. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Hakimi. And Hakimi. And it's Amrabat. He's in plenty of space here. He's had a shot! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Danilo. Rafinha. And it's Paquetá. Joelinton. Spread out to the left. Oh, such a clever touch. Looking for the run. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Brahim Diaz. That has been slung wide. Rafinha. Lucas Paquetá. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. No, he just refused to budge, and he's got his way. Well, a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. That has ended up in no man's land. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Look at the space here. It's skewed away. He won't be happy with that one. Aims beyond the defence. Lucas Paquetá. And it's Paquetá. Tries to pass it through. Rafinha. That's very neat. Danilo. Oh, good effort! Brahim Diaz. And the referee says that is that for the first half. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
I think they can be very happy with the flow of the game so far. They're moving the ball around very nicely. They're creating opportunities too. They must need to find a way to add that touch of quality in front of goal, that extra clinical edge.
So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Both sides defensively robust up to now. And here's Paquetá. Hakimi. Gabriel. Oh, terrible pass. And he's got away from it. He's picked his way through. Delivers the ball. Too long and over the line. Amrabat gathers from the goal kick. Alexandro. Gabriel. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Rafinha being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Diop. Still absolutely nothing to report here, goals-wise. Riverton gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Chance for a shot! And that's in! How they've waited! Now they have it! There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Morocco have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, when the going gets tough, etc., they can still turn this round, I think.
He gets the ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
I don't think you need to be an expert lip reader to know what's being said here.
Amrabat. Your impression so far, Jim?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter. OK, that's largely due to the way their opponents have approached it, but they can up their game considerably, and I mean considerably.
Now it's João Pedro, and here's Neymar. And that is going out for a goal kick. So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Yeah, they're looking for some imagination, and his job's going to be to add that element of craft and guile, the man pulling the strings.
Hakimi. And it's Hakimi. Played out towards the right wing. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And that has put paid to that. Hakimi. Unahi. Lucas Paqueta. Danilo. Can he get it through? He's in a great position here.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it. Morocco clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Oh, that's well spotted. Amrabat. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Driving forward. Looking to play him in. Chance, surely! And that could have brought them level.
Well, the lead may be fragile, but the keeper was focused and strong.
It's their second corner of the game. Neymar plays it short. And here's Neymar. And now a sudden chance to counter. Mazraoui. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Not the most accurate pass. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Rafinha. Now it's João Pedro. Now, can they get him away? Aimed at the far side. Bruno deals with that, nice and simple.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Danilo. Driving on and making good progress. That is good pressure, just pounded him off it. He's on it, can he get away? Lucas Paqueta. Now there's a fine, shot a goal! El Ainaoui. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable.